What's up, everybody? Hi, different angle, different camera view. Cool. I like this actually. If I can get it perfect. Yeah, this is good. How y'all doing? I'm in Carnesville, I don't know how to pronounce it, Georgia. Been here for a couple hours. Got here around 5. It's just about 8 o'clock now. And I took a shower, so I'm all nice and clean and pretty. I smell good. But anyway, I'm out on the road. Got some things to talk about. First of all, alright, this probably looks like the exact same truck that I was in before, right? Well, since I said that, you're probably like, is it not? No, it's not. This is a completely different truck. Well, not completely different. Well, yeah, okay. It is a completely different truck, but it's the same model and year and everything. I hit a deer with my truck. So that was not good. It destroyed the front bumper and the battery box and everything else, and it was going to take them a week and a half to fix. So my fleet manager got me a new truck, so that's good. Awesome. Back on the road. This truck has a couple little weird issues, but nothing that's not fixable. But anyhow, so yeah, that's what we're doing. We're out here on the road. I'm in sleeper, as you can see, probably. I'm sitting on my bed. I have the top bunk folded up because I didn't bring as much stuff with me as I had in the last truck. So, thankfully, because of that, I'm able to keep this up, which is great because it allows for so much more headroom, and I can actually stand up on the bed. Sorry, I've kind of got the hiccups for some reason. Yep, hang on, let me pause this. Alright, I think I'm good now. Yep, seems like it. So, there's a couple things that have been happening. My wife and I went camping while I was home. I didn't get any video because we both agreed that it was kind of our time to get away from everything and everybody else. We purposely went there for one because we knew we wouldn't have phone service when we got there. And for two, we weren't around anybody at all, which was really great. It was a single campsite. I think you can have up to 30 people there. There's room for 30 people, is basically what I'm trying to say, but, and they will allow you to rent it for 30 people. But it was only $35 at night, which was really nice. It was right there on Craig Creek in Newcastle, Virginia. Nice place, called the Craig Creek Recreational Area, if I can say that right. It was just really nice. Everything was great. So we had a good time. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a mishap on the way home. And by mishap, I mean the Jeep is at my in-laws' house, broken down right now. So, I'll give you a little backstory. My wife gets car sick, and being up in the mountains, well, that's obviously a recipe for disaster for her. So, unless she takes Dramamine, which she didn't have any with her. So, I was looking on the map on the way in, and I noticed that there was another way to get in and out of this place, right? And it bypassed a lot of the twisty mountain roads. So I said, okay, well, we'll take that way on the way out. That way you don't get sick. She said, okay, that sounds good. So we did, and, well, we got around to this house, and the road just ended at the creek. I said, oh, my wife said the road ends, you need to turn around. I said, no, it doesn't. We got down to the creek, and I saw it was a water crossing, and you could see the bottom and everything, and it looked pretty shallow. You know, it looked maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 inches deep. And so I was like, it's fine. We can cross it. I've crossed deeper. Well, turns out it was deeper than it looked, which is normal for water crossings, I guess. But it ended up, the water came up to the door sills, at least on the passenger side it did. So I was creeping through it. I was in 4 low. I had it in first gear, and I just creeped through it. And I was like, man, I kind of want to get that on video. And I said, do you mind if we go back and do it again? She goes, no, I don't really care. She said, that's fine. I said, you're going to have to video for me. She said, okay. So I took this video. So after that, we went and headed up the mountain, headed off the road, or back onto the road, I should say, and turned back onto the main road up the mountain. Well, when I turned up, it's a pretty high, it's a pretty steep incline, and the Jeep stalled. I'm like, oh, that's not good. You know, I was thinking, oh great, you know, the fuel pump went out. So I backed it up down the hill to a little bit flatter spot, let it sit for a minute, opened the hood, checked the fuses and the relays and everything. Everything was fine. Cranked it over and it started right up. So I was like, okay, great. And then we started going. I got her into 3rd gear, and backfiring, sputtering. I'm like, oh no, that's not good. So I kept my foot in it, and it cleared up, and it was fine. I said, all right, cool. So my wife's like, are you sure we should keep going? I said, do you want to get stuck out here with no phone service? She said, no. So I said, all right. So we kept going, and everything was fine. We drove for about 2 hours, hour and a half, I think, something like that. I think it was about an hour and a half. And we decided to go pull off to find something to eat, because we hadn't eaten since breakfast. So it was getting about lunchtime, so we had decided we were going to pull off to find something to eat in one of the little towns that's along 64. And we pull off. We're on 64. We pull off onto 250 or 240, something like that, wherever Skyline Drive comes in over there on 64. And you know, we come down the exit ramp, come up, go up the hill. Dies. No. My wife looks over at me and she goes, everything okay? I said, nope. Popped the clutch in and just coasted like, you know, a few feet. Thankfully, I was doing about 20 miles an hour, so I had enough momentum to get up onto the shoulder. And so we called the insurance company, asked them, you know, they said, hey, you know, we're broke down, we need a ride home, you know, we need a tow. Well, they only covered 50 miles. We were 90 miles away from home, and yeah, so we would have had to pay for the extra 40 miles to get home, which was outlandishly expensive. So, you know, she told me, my wife called because she's got all the insurance details and she knows everything, and she's kind of the main person on the account because she already had the insurance, and when we got married, we added me onto it. And then so she gets off the phone with the insurance company. My phone was also dead. That was another reason why she called. And so we sat there for a second. I kind of looked, you know, I kind of once again looked around at the relays and the fuses, and everything was fine. It would crank, but it wouldn't start. You know, so I'm like, okay. Well, so then I had an idea. I said, hey, why don't we get a U-Haul trailer and have one of our parents come pick us up? Because my parents have a truck and her parents have a truck. And she's like, okay. And I said, well, this is about 11:30 in the morning, so my parents were at church. And so I said, you know, we're not going to get a hold of them until 2:30. And she said, okay, well, I'll call my dad. So we called him. The lady at the U-Haul place apparently was, I don't know really how to explain it. She was new, and she was also, I don't know. There's no real words to explain it. I wouldn't say rude would be the, well, yeah, she was kind of rude. She was also kind of out there, you know, like she didn't know what the hell she was doing. Anyway, it took him, ended up taking him about 6 hours to get out to us. We had multiple people stop and ask if they could help. One guy actually stopped twice, and he's like, you know, all you need is a fuel pump. I'm like, possibly, but I might have water in the tank. So I'm not 100% sure. And he said, okay. So he's like, you know, because I could take you down to the parts store. And I said, I appreciate it, but it's 2 o'clock, and I know any parts stores are going to be closed on the Sunday at 2. Most of them close at noon. He's like, oh crap, I forgot it was Sunday. I said, yeah. So I said, I appreciate it though. We had a couple girls in a Jeep stop by, and they're, you know, they offered to take me and my wife down to the local, I guess it's a brewery or something that was around there. They, you know, you wanted us to take a beer garden or something like that. You wanted us to take you to the beer garden that way y'all can cool off and get drunk? I said, well, that'd be great, but I don't know when our ride's gonna get here. So we stayed, and you know, a few other people stopped, and one person stopped, and I thought they were stopping to help us, and it got kind of awkward because I walked over to them because they just sat there. They're like, oh, we're waiting for somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, because I've had people stop, so I you know, I was just making sure. And he's like, oh, he goes, oh no, I get it. He goes, are you okay? I said, no, fuel pump. He goes, oh, that sucks. I said, yep. He goes, you need any tools? I said, no. So anyway, a lot of people offered tools. A lot of people offered, you know, rides down to the parts store, rides other places. It was really nice. And I'm thinking, well, sure, you know, the problem was most of the people they didn't have vehicles that could actually tow us anywhere. And we already had the trailer on the way and everything. So it would have been nice to have somebody stop and be able to tow us up to the nearest flat area, because it took quite a bit to get the Jeep up on the trailer, but because we were on an incline, and it was also loaded down with camping gear. So, but oh well, we ended up getting it there. So it's sitting there at my in-laws' house now. So that will be a video of me fixing it. Hopefully, if I remember to video it, I might. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing when I come home. That'll be not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that. The weekend before 4th of July. I'll be home the 1st and the 2nd, so hopefully I'll have enough time to fix it. Hopefully it's just the fuel pump. Hopefully I don't have water in the tank, because that means I have to flush everything. And I really don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that, because that stuff, that sucks, but whatever. It kind of is what it is. So, I may also be doing some exhaust work, which means I am going to be doing some exhaust work. I know some more exhaust work. It's like, damn, Jesus. You know, you had the glass pack, then you put the 44 on it, and now, and then you cut the cat out. Now what are you going to do? Oh, you'll see. It'll be good. I'm not going to tell you yet. You'll see. But yeah, so the exhaust, I won't do a video of me putting it on, because that's simple and straightforward. The whole fuel system situation will be video. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do it, whether I'm going to do it with my phone or if I'm going to do it with my camera, which I think I have in here with... No, it's at home. But I don't have... I kind of updated my computer a little bit more. It needed a couple updates, that's why it wasn't running right. But also it has Windows 10 and it's an old computer, so the compatibility isn't really there. But hopefully I'm going to try to see if I can get video working on it, you know, like editing and stuff, and if that's the case, then I will do it with my camera. Just because it's kind of easier. I mean, yeah, doing it with the phone is easy, but I only have so much space. So, it is what it is. I don't know how long it's going to take. I might not even get it done depending on what's wrong with it. You know, if it has multiple things wrong with it, then it's probably going to take a little while for me to fix. So, with that, be on the lookout in the next couple weeks for the fuel system video as well as an exhaust video. And when you watch the exhaust video, before you ask, yes, my wife did give me the okay to do this. Mainly because whenever I'm home, I drive everywhere because her car is too low to the ground and I actually get vertigo when I'm riding in it. Driving it, it's not as bad, but I still get kind of loopy in the head. You know, I start to get dizzy because it's so low to the ground. I'm used to my butt being where eye level is. Actually, no, higher than that. I think with her car, I think my feet are actually where eye level would be in her car. So yeah, so that kind of makes sense. But the Jeep is a little bit higher off the ground, so that helps. Plus, I like driving anyway. You know, most people think, God, you drive for work. Why would you want to drive when you come home? I just like driving, and I love my Jeep. So anyway, you know, we take the Jeep all the time, and this is kind of something that I was, you know, I was like, oh, I don't know if she's gonna let me do this, and so I had to ask. I was like, hey, do you mind if I do this because of? And I gave her some pretty good reasons on why I wanted to do it, and she agreed, which is great. So awesome. But anyway, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, look out for those videos. Those should be coming within the next few weeks. If I can get the Jeep running. If I don't get the Jeep running, but I still get video, I will post it in 2 parts or whatever. And then, after it's running and everything, I'll get the exhaust video done. So, it'll be pretty good. But anyway, alright guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. I was going to do this as a live stream, but nobody watches my freaking live streams. Nobody will probably watch this video either. So, alright. Talk to y'all later.